About a month ago, I made a video where I basically spun a wheel of every LEGO Star Wars set ever made and bought and reviewed whatever set it landed on in hopes that it would turn into a new series, and you guys really enjoyed that video, and I enjoyed making it, so here I am with the second episode. If you didn't watch that one, here is a quick rundown. So basically, one of my long-term goals with this channel is to review one of every LEGO Star Wars set ever made. Yes, you heard me right. That sounds kind of crazy, but it's kind of just a personal goal I have. And I could just randomly review sets here and there, but I thought it'd be more fun to kind of have some sort of random generator, and that's where the idea for this series came from. But anyways, wasting no more time and hopping straight into it, here we have the wheel of all of the years up until 2019, just because, like I said in the last video, I don't want to review retired sets that are newer than 5 years old. So right now it's 2024, so 2019 is the highest I'm going. But let's see what year we get. Last time I think we got 2010, so it looks like now we're going to be getting 2016. This was kind of prime sequel era. Let's see what set we get. Alright, so here we have a wheel of all 28 sets from 2016 that I have not reviewed. If you see sets on this list that are missing, it's either because they're buildable characters, which I and most people don't care about, or there's sets that I've already reviewed, which unfortunately is most of the Rogue One sets. So really what's left is like mainly sequel sets. Remember earlier I said this was like prime sequel era? Yeah, like half the sets on this wheel are prequel sets, but let's go ahead and see what we get. And it looks like we're going to be getting 75131 Resistance Trooper Battle Pack. I honestly have no idea what this is. Oh, yeah. It's this set. I actually have this set, but I probably lost most of the pieces to it. As you guys might know, I like to use eBay just because it's my preferred site to buy retired sets off of. Alright, so the good news is this set only goes for about $30, but the bad news is that this is kind of just a boring, forgotten sequel set. But hey, I said I want to review every LEGO Star Wars set ever made, so here we are. This one looks really solid, literally only $23, pretty much prime condition, which is crazy considering this set is from 2016, and the fact I'm literally only going to be paying $4 more than what Battle Packs retail for today. So yeah, I think this is the one I'm gonna go with. Grief. Alright, here it is, the $20 sequel battle pack. Today we're going to be taking a look at 75131 Resistance Trooper Battle Pack. This set released all the way back in 2016 with 112 pieces and a retail price of $13 US. And as you saw earlier, if you want this set new today in 2024, you can get it for around $25 sealed, which is not bad at all. Now, as you can tell by the name of this set and Kylo Ren being on the box art, this is a sequel set, and it was released in 2016, which was prime sequel era, and what many people, including myself, actually kind of considered to be the dark age of LEGO Star Wars, because we only got forgettable sequel sets for about 3 straight years, and this is one of the sequel sets that most people just forgot about and will never care about. Although don't let that fool you, because this set is actually pretty cool. Back in 2016, it was also the counterpart to the First Order Stormtrooper Battle Pack that you see right here, and while this was definitely a cool idea for a Battle Pack combo, this First Order Battle Pack right here is one of the worst Battle Packs LEGO has ever made. As you can see here, the build is super boring, and you literally get 4 different minifigures, so it has no value when it comes to army building. So this is definitely a cool idea on paper for a battle pack combo, but man, that First Order battle pack was not executed well at all. But thankfully, this video is about the Resistance Trooper battle pack, and digging in on the inside, you're just going to find 2 unnumbered bags, as well as a sort of larger gray plate and your instruction manual. So as you saw, I literally just opened this set and started building it, and while I was putting the minifigures together, one of them has brittle brown legs, and his leg literally broke off. I was not expecting this to happen. I wish I would have somehow caught this on video, but pretty much I tried to move his right leg and it literally just snapped off, so that's pretty fun, I guess. I honestly didn't know the problem with brown pieces was a thing in 2016. I thought I got fixed before then, but I guess I was wrong because this literally just broke in my hands. And while this is very unfortunate and also kind of funny, if you do remember towards the beginning of the video, I did mention that I already had this set, so thankfully I was able to dig through my minifigures and find the original officer that I had, and after all that hassle, the leg break breaking it and everything, in the end, this figure really isn't much. He's just a very basic officer with a little headset printed onto his head, and then a basic torso print with no leg printing. He's also got very minimal back printing. So while it is funny that the one that I got in the actual sealed set broke in half, the figure itself is really not much to look at. On the other hand though, the 3 Resistance Troopers are absolutely awesome. I'm going to go so far to say that these are some of the coolest Star Wars troopers LEGO has ever made. First of all, as you can see, they're pretty much identical except the one of them has a dark brown torso print, and same thing on the back. He's got a dark brown back print while the others have a sort of tan back print. And then underneath their helmets, they're all 3 going to have different face prints, my favorite being that one in the middle with the mustache. I just think he looks cool. But the main highlight of these figures is the actual helmets themselves. The mouth guard or face mask, whatever you want to call it, can actually fold up and lift over the top of the helmet. And off the top of my head, this is really the only Star Wars helmet that LEGO has made that I can think of that actually has a functionality. And it's kind of sad that it came in a sequel set because nobody really remembers this or even cares about it, but I think it's awesome. And even better, their stud blasters actually have extensions on the back of them, which make them actually look reasonably cool. I know most people, including myself, did not like these stud shooters when they came in battle packs back in the mid 2010s, but when they had this extension on them like this, I like them. Overall, this is a very solid minifigure lineup. I honestly don't even remember these troopers in any of the sequel movies, but I have to say they look pretty awesome in LEGO form, and I like how this battle pack has some good army building ability because you get 3 identical troopers. But now let's actually take a look at the build in this set, being the Resistance Speeder, and it's very simple, but man, I have to say this thing looks really cool. It's just one of your typical random battle pack builds that LEGO made up to complement the figures, but I think they did a good job. My only slight nitpick with it though is those 2 blue transparent pieces on the front. I don't like how they're not centered, they're sort of off to one side. I just think it makes it look a bit wonky. The rest of the front looks great though. As you can see, it's very smooth and sort of tiled off, and then right behind that you're just going to find a little chair to put one of your figures in as the driver, and then right above him you're going to find this gun that can sort of move up and down pretty far. It has a decent range of motion, and it can also twist side to side, and then obviously it has a stud shooter on the top that you can fire as you please, and you can take your broken one-legged Resistance officer and stand him back here like this. On the back, there's really not too much to see. There's just some grill pieces that add a little bit of detail, and then some orange transparent pieces that represent the engines, but possibly the best feature of the speeder is simply these 2 studs here on each side. They might disappear as some random extra detail, but what you can actually do is take your other 2 Resistance troopers and sit them on the back like this, like they're riding the speeder. And I'm not gonna lie, it does look a bit goofy and cartoonish, but I honestly like how you can literally fit all 4 figures onto this little build. In a way, it kind of actually makes it more realistic in my head, like they're riding on the side of the speeder into battle, or it just picks them up and is taking them somewhere. I just think it's cool. But other than that, there's really nothing else to see with this battle pack. Like I mentioned earlier, it was released in 2016, which was kind of the dark age of sequel sets, and a lot of people have probably forgotten about this. But again, I think it's really cool. Don't get me wrong, the sequels, well, besides episode 7, are really awful movies, but I cannot deny that they gave us some awesome trooper and vehicle designs, which translated into awesome LEGO sets. And again, I honestly cannot praise these Resistance troopers enough, especially their helmets. These guys are insane. I'm feeling a solid 9 out of 10 for this set. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you want to check out more of my videos, use the link on screen right now.